women, I think generally, are those who are very aware of the divine feminine. That is the energy of the earth. You know, because we always call the earth Mother Earth. We are aware of that energy. But what I wanted to say, not specifically, you know, a theme to this video, but this is just like a little vox pop. And I wanted to say that I've been reading recently about the rise in the Schumann resonance, which is the vibrational level of Mother Earth. Now it's going a bit chaotic at the moment, which is very similar to what we as humans are experiencing. You know, there's been this kind of chaos. Check it out, look into it, get back to me. If any of you know anything more about this, leave it in the comments. I am intrigued. On a slightly different note, I wanted to talk a little bit about a sort of a follow-on to the previous video about moving to Ireland or holiday in Ireland. I think specifically about moving to Ireland, or indeed in any way, shape or form downsizing your own life or moving to any rural place or country destination. There's a lot involved, for sure there is a lot involved. But the main point I would like to emphasize is simply this, and I think you could take this advice into any living situation. Do not sweat the small stuff. Just don't do it. Because inevitably, the small stuff sorts itself out. Or you sort of sort it out as you go along, sometimes without even addressing it. I say this specifically because I have some friends who have moved here and get incredibly worried about little things. You know, like for example, should I use the water from the well? Now I'm talking about the public spring well here in Keju, for example, but there's spring wells all over the country. Has it been tested? Do you have any information on it? Where can I get the information on it? Whereas my attitude is quite simply, well, the people around here have been drinking this water for generations. And as far as I can tell, no one's died from any kind of illness related to poor water quality. And the fact that the water is from a spring well and doesn't have anything added, I think speaks volumes. Whereas public water has got lots and lots of various chemicals and so on and so forth. So that's just one example. I've also been asked about things like, you know, how did you improve your cottage? What did you do to it? Well, again, very, very basic thinking here. The roof has got to be sound. The cottage has got to be dry. And the rest, you just get on with it. You address all other issues bit by bit, as and when you have the finances, in my case. So I've done bits and pieces all over the years. And, you know, replace things and patch things up. Now, a lot of people worry about how they're going to manage financially when they do something like I have done here, which is move, you know, from a safe, secure job and home in London to a very unpredictable future, if you like, at that point in time anyway, 2004, here in Ireland. And I've given this advice before, so I'll say it again, because I think it's very useful to kind of reiterate this. And the advice is very simple. Know your bottom line. Now, by saying that, what I mean is know what it is you need to actually survive in that environment. The very least that you need to survive. Paring down everything. What is it you actually need to survive? And, lots and lots of words, come to mind which are used in this kind of advice. Sustainability, frugal, living off the land. It's a mindset. And the mindset really is to know your bottom line. Now, it was very easy for me, very, very easy for me, because I have come from a place of extreme poverty in my childhood. So that's always been my bottom line. I never want to be that poor again. I never want to go without shoes that keep me dry, or food, or general comfort or warmth, clean bed, etc. So my bottom line was just very basic, and has remained basic, by the way. And then set your mindset on top of that bottom line, quite simply as, whatever I have over and above that, what I need, it's a bonus. Do you see where I'm taking you with this? Now, of course, I have written about this in my first book, A Cottage in 3 Acres, and that's available through my website. But I am always happy to answer questions and give you some sound advice, I hope. And then, as fast as that torrential rain came, it stopped. It stopped. And the sun came out. And this is just minutes later.